This is what it looked like as the hurricane moved through Panama City Beach today.
Yeah, you can see the winds whipping the palm trees, the shingles coming off the house. Fox 5's Will Nunley is riding out the storm in Panama City Beach and joins us now live. Will?
Today, it's only been about the past hour or so that we emerged from the concrete parking garage where we were sheltering in place to really start to get out and survey some damage. This is where we were joining you on Good Day Atlanta. It was from this spot, and we can still see an incredible surf still churning behind us. We've seen some peaks of sunshine, but we certainly didn't escape this without any scars. I'm going to show you some video of what it was like for us when we were held up there in the parking garage. We were seeing that pieces of sheet metal were being launched through the air like projectiles. We still had this relentless wind that was just punishing if you tried to even get out of the vehicle to get video. It would just cut right through you, roaring as it made its way through Panama City Beach this afternoon. Back out here live, we can tell you that a lot of the cell service is out in the area, as that's to be expected, of course. We've also had the local radio stations and local media trying to stay on the air too, because towers have certainly taken a hit. We've not seen a lot of large-scale structural damage. We're seeing some signs down. We're seeing some siding off, and we're going to show you that when we see you from Fox 5 News at 6. For now, though, we're live in Panama City Beach. Will Nunley, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, Michael is powerful, but thankfully it is moving fast. Will, thank you. Now that Hurricane Michael has hit Florida, it is taking aim at Georgia.
Now, people in the southern part of the state are getting ready for strong winds, pounding rain, and possibly tornadoes. Fox 5's Denise Dillon is live in Albany with a closer look at the conditions there. Denise?
Yeah, the rain here started coming down about an hour ago in Albany. It's been kind of a roller coaster at times, coming down in sheets. At other times, it's very light like it is now. But if you look just beyond the Fox 5 storm chaser, you can see the wind blowing into the trees. It's causing some of these trees that are 80, 90 feet tall to sway in that wind. And this is just the beginning of what is expected to get much worse over the next couple of hours. Here in Dougherty County, as well as several counties across South Georgia, schools were closed today. Many businesses shut down early. People were told to stay off the roads. They issued an emergency warning saying that emergency vehicles will not respond if winds are over 35 miles per hour, and they are expected to get much stronger than that. There are not a lot of shelters open because the buildings are not rated for hurricane strength winds, but we did find this church, the Albany Family Worship Center, that did open its doors. We found dozens of people, moms, dads, kids, grandparents, numerous dogs inside. The pastor, Bobby Paul, says he knew there would be people who needed someplace to go.
This community was devastated a couple years ago when those tornadoes come through. I mean, we lost a lot of property. Thank God we didn't have much loss of life, but it devastated people, and people are still just now recovering today.
And there are lots of people inside anxiously waiting for this storm to pass and praying that they will have a home to go back to. We are already getting reports of power outages. I'm going to tell you more about that on Fox 5 News at 6. Reporting live in Albany, Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.
All right. Thank you so much, Denise. Well, right now, the Georgia Emergency Management Agency is at full-scale activation as it monitors the movements of this monster storm.
The governor's declared a state of emergency for 108 counties. That means state agencies are preparing to respond to whatever destruction Hurricane Michael dishes out. Fox 5's Claire Sims is live at GEMA headquarters for us tonight. Claire?
Yeah, the governor added 16 counties to that emergency declaration today at the urging of emergency officials. And they tell us it's not a matter of if this hurricane will impact us, just how bad it will be.
This is a dangerous, dangerous hurricane.
An urgent warning from Georgia Governor Nathan Deal ahead of Hurricane Michael. The governor meeting with the heads of critical state agencies Wednesday morning as they coordinate their response from the Georgia Emergency Management Agency's Operations Center. The state currently has 2,300 people on standby, from Department of Transportation crews ready to clear evacuation routes to the Department of Natural Resources.
We are prepared for search and rescue efforts efforts in the event of flooding and have our swiftwater rescue boat staged for response.
The state has not issued any mandatory evacuation orders, but Governor Deal warns Georgians should not take this storm lightly. He urges everyone to be prepared.
Life should be the primary concern. Protect yourself, protect your family, help those who need assistance. Georgians are great people. They have big hearts, and they reach out to help their neighbor in need. This is a time when that is going to be called upon without any doubt.
Now, the governor said one of the biggest, perhaps, impacts we will feel is power outages. And depending on just how widespread they are, people may need to be prepared to be without electricity for quite some time. Reporting live at Georgia Emergency Management, Claire Sims, Fox 5 News.
Claire, thanks. Because of the weather, the Griffin-Spalding County School District delaying classes tomorrow. School's going to start at 10 a.m. A number of colleges in South Georgia have canceled classes for tomorrow because of the hurricane. Among them, Valdosta State, Georgia Southern, and Georgia College.
Well, the Red Cross is preparing its own response to Michael. The organization says volunteers have gathered at an emergency operations center in Macon. Now, once the storm has passed, the Red Cross says volunteers will be ready to mobilize and will go to the areas where they're needed most. The Red Cross says volunteers are a crucial part of their storm response.
This is the time when we look to our volunteers, and they are the backbone of our mission. We could not do what we do without them, sending the supplies, sending food, getting food out into the communities after the storm passes through.
Well, if you want to help the Red Cross, you can text the word Michael to 90999 to make a $10 donation.
You can count on Fox 5 for continuing coverage of Hurricane Michael as it moves into Georgia. We're going to take you back to the Florida coast as well a little bit later in the hour. Also, be sure to download the Fox 5 Storm Team weather app. It's going to be an active night tonight with all the whipping winds and the partial part of the state under a hurricane watch and a tornado watch. You want to have that app ready to zoom in on conditions where you think you might have family or be in jeopardy. It's instant, it's real-time tracking of that storm.